In today's video, we want to talk about mitigating some of the risk that Cooper talked about in his video on managing risk in the healthcare industry. First and foremost, one recurring theme that you're going to hear throughout this is going to be training. Employee training is of the utmost importance. It's how we help employees understand how to identify the hazards, also how we make them understand how to either eliminate or reduce the hazards. So first and foremost, for the physical hazards that Cooper had discussed, a couple of things. One, you want to train them on hazard awareness. Number two, especially in patient transfer roles, for eliminating some of those physical hazards, we want to look at different types of lift assist device in the healthcare industry, Hoyer lifts, slip sheets, those type items. And then we also want to look at, especially from a slip trip fall standpoint, proper housekeeping. Making sure that the floor is free of debris and clutter, making sure that spills are cleaned up on time, wet floor signs are put out when needed. All of those go a long way in helping to eliminate some of those physical hazards. Lastly, on physical hazards too, and we'll touch on this one in the biohazards as well, but again, for lacerations, proper personal protective equipment, making sure people understand how to use sharps properly, any of those items. Going to the biological hazards, making sure that your bloodborne pathogen training is up to date, that it's comprehensive, that people understand how to use sharps properly, how to dispose of them properly. All of those training protocols have to be put in place, needs to be documented, and it needs to be done on an annual basis as well with your staff who are exposed to biological hazards. And then lastly, on the vehicle accidents, and this really for our companies that have maybe travel nurses, home health, first responders, with some of the EMT services that we insure. Having a good defensive driving program in place, making sure that employees understand how to work through difficult situations on the highway, what risk to be looking for, how to avoid some of those hazards, and then having for your emergency vehicle drivers, making sure that there's a good training program for them in place as far as training for driving in emergency situations. Again, keeping those things in mind for those hazards, but of the utmost importance, like we said at the very beginning, is going to be the employee training, making sure that training is effective and documented as well. Thank you for watching this video series on managing risk in the healthcare industry. We hope that you'll subscribe to our YouTube channel so you'll be aware as new videos come out. Thank you.